Hey there, welcome to the video. Today, I'm going to be going over some of the best KDP niches to publish in if you're a complete beginner. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, most beginners jump into publishing super competitive books like coloring books or kids activity books or handwriting practice books. And I get it, they look exciting, they're popular, and it seems like there's a lot of money to be made because, well, there is. If you scroll through Amazon, you're gonna see all these books, and when you spot that low bestsellers rank, it's easy to think that, hey, this is it. This is my ticket to passive income. But the reality is that jumping into these saturated niches without a clear strategy can be like trying to swim against the current, and that current can be very strong. So if you're publishing these kinds of books already and you're wondering why they're not selling, or if you're just about to start and you're thinking that these are the best places to begin, well, stop right here. Today, I'm going to show you a smarter approach for beginners. I'm going to show you niches that are less crowded and actually give you a better chance to stand out and make those sales. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear path to creating your first or your very next book that sets you up for success on Amazon. Now, the first niche that we have is the income and expense logbook. And the reason why I like logbooks is because they are very easy to make and the interiors are generally repeated throughout the book. So you basically make it one time, or you make one page of the interior or 2 pages of the interior, and then you just copy that throughout the rest of the book. It's a very beginner friendly way to start making sales on Amazon KDP. So for this one right here, we can see total results 977. So if you know with my videos, I like to look for results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high. So there's a better chance at getting my book ranked on the first page here of Amazon. The next thing that we see is the average bestsellers rank is 326,000. So that is generally good for about one sale every day or two. The average reviews 520 and the average price at $9.44. This plugin that I use and I always use in pretty much every video that I have is called Titan's Quick View. It is a free extension that helps me with my niche research. And one of the things that I like about it is that it gives me a niche score. And so they have their own algorithm right here, but generally I like to look for a score of at least 50. And this one is showing 81. So there's a lot of promise here for this niche. And if we scroll through the first page here, I generally like to look for 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank, which is shown right here, of 300,000 or below. And so if we start with the first one, well, this is not a KDP book because what I'm looking for are the words independently published. And so that's the same story here, same story here, same story here. So I'm just gonna look for that first book that is independently published, which is this one right here. You can see under publisher, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 93,000. So this is a good selling book in this niche. We have this one at 361,000. That's just above the 300,000. So that's still really good. We have this one right here, 173,000. And then this one right here is above the 300,000 at 452,000. This one right here is 809,000. This one is 457,000. We have this one at 361,000. So I'm seeing a lot of books here that are generally selling well. And there's a lot of potential here, especially for beginners, to get your first sales, especially because this book is not very difficult to make. We can see this book right here has a bestsellers rank of 70,402. And with that $6.95 price tag, that's gonna be about $8 per day, which is about $242 per month. And the thing is, this book is really easy to make. So the thing is, you can make a lot of logbooks. And if you just think about it, if you have tens of dozens of hundreds of types of logbooks, all making you some sort of income, well, it's all gonna add up at the end of the month. So this cover is actually very easy to make. on a program like Canva because it's technically just the interior on a background. And then for the actual interior, well, here it is. It is just one page, as you can see, one page repeated over and over, basically blank boxes with some titles right here. So there's a place for the number, the date, the description, the account, the income, the expense, and the total. And one thing that I notice is, look at this, it's not even lined up in the middle, yet it has a 4.5 out of 5 rating, which just goes to show you, you can make mistakes, but your book can still sell. And in this case, it can still sell very well. The next niche we have is the notary public logbook. So right away, we see a niche score of 81. So that's very good, very, very high. Total results, 642. So there's not a lot of competition here. This is well below that 1,000 or so that I look for. There are 20 independently published books already here, but I am willing to bet that there is still a lot of opportunity here to make some good sales. And I'll tell you why in a bit. The average bestsellers rank 360,000, which is good for about a sale every day or two. Average reviews, 261. And the average price at $13.84. So if we start doing our research through the first page, we're gonna see this book right here, Notary Journal, that has a quote on it, independently published, has a bestsellers rank of 34,000. That is a very low BSR for a logbook. And that's good for about $23 per day, which is $713 per month from just one book alone. So as you can see, maybe you're starting to realize the potential of Amazon KDP. This book right here, 45,000 BSR. This one is 138 BSR. We have 206,000 BSR. I mean, we have some more books here, not as low as 300,000, but still selling 561,000. 372,000, 960,000. And what I want you to notice is right here, we have a notary, but this one is specifically for New York. And this is why this niche is actually pretty good because you can find a lot of sub niches, AKA other states, to create the exact same notary book or logbook, just with a different cover. Here is a sample of the interior of this logbook. So here's one page and here's the next page. It's cut up into two sections. As you can see, this is the first section. Here's number 2, number 3, number 4. And this is what the section looks like. So a little bit more words, a little bit more text, but all in all, this is just a bunch of boxes with some lines that you could make on Canva pretty easily. And if you notice, it is just repeated all throughout the book. The only thing that is changed are the numbers right here on the top left corner. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, up until however many notary records you want to create for this book. And then with the cover, this is where you can get creative, because if you notice, most of the notary books here are very plain with just the word notary. Sometimes they'll actually show the interior on their cover, but this one that is selling very well is actually a quote or a funny saying or something like that, where it can make the customer laugh, which is a strategy that you can take advantage of that can help you stand out from the crowd. And with the reviews, we can see that the customers find the journal cute with beautiful colors and a nice finish. So they're referring specifically to the actual cover here, because the interior of this book is basically like every other book in this niche. The next niche we have is the Mom's Story Guided Journal. And right away, I see a bestsellers rank averaging 56,000. So that's actually very good. Total results below the 1,000 or so that I look for, so not very competitive here. There's only 5 independently published books here, so there's a lot of potential here to get your book ranked, seen, and sold on the first page of Amazon. We have the average price at $12.38, very high. Average reviews, 1,447. And the niche score, the highest that we've seen so far today, at 84. Now, if we go look through some of these books, independently published with a bestsellers rank of a whopping 27. That's a staggering over $6,000 per day, which is a mind-boggling just under $200,000 per month. Now, disclaimer, we're probably never going to get to this type of bestsellers rank, but I just wanted to show you the type of potential that KDP can offer, because one book like this can change your life. Imagine $200,000 a month, pure profit from this book alone. Another book in this niche titled Mom, I Want to Hear Your Life Journey, a mother story guided journal, ranking it at 27,000. Although it has a very low price, so the profits on this book are actually pretty low, still has a good BSR, still making good profit. This one right here, more of your typical KDP looking book with a bestsellers rank of 35,000, priced at $6.99. So this book is selling pretty well, is making decent income per month. This one as well, 31,000 BSR, but note $12.99 for this book. So there's a wide range of prices here that you can play with. This one's $12.99. I've had experience pricing my books this high and still doing very, very well. And so if that's a strategy that you want to take advantage of, feel free to do it. So here's the cover. Like I said, a very generic type cover for a KDP book. You have some floral design here, floral elements. We have a bird, and then just very basic, Mom, tell me your story. And then here comes the interior. And if we get to the heart of the interior, here is the first page, basically me and Mom. You add your picture here, and then a bunch of guided prompts. So this one says, what is your full name? Did you have any nicknames? When were you born? What is your earliest childhood memory? And as you can see, this is the type of book it is. We can easily get these prompts with the help of AI. I've done this before with ChatGPT with success. And so all you really have to make sure with ChatGPT or with any AI is you don't get duplicate prompts, because that is probably the worst thing that you can have for this type of book. Your customers will call you out if you have duplicate prompts. But other than that, it's actually very, very easy to make. Just a bunch of lines. And then, as I said before, your prompts. Now, one tool that I use that helps me a lot with my niche research, especially finding niches and all these keywords that I can compete with that has low competition, is Publisher Rocket right here. And I wanted to specifically use this reverse ASIN lookup because we have this best-selling book right here ranked at number 27. And so it's very easy with Publisher Rocket. You just grab the ASIN right here. You can also grab the ASIN if you head to the listing, and you can scroll down here and it'll give you the ASIN right here. You can just grab this ISBN and then go to Publisher Rocket, click on the reverse ASIN or ISBN, go ahead and paste that in there and click Go Get 'em Rocket. And let's look at the type of keywords that this book has ranked for. As you can see, there is a bunch of keywords here. Dear Mom, I want to hear your story. Mom, we want to hear your story. I want to hear from you journal. And the thing about Publisher Rocket, all you have to do is click on this magnifying glass, and it's actually going to give you some of these metrics. It's going to tell you whether the competition is low or high. It's going to tell you the number of searches and the average sales every month. And so this is a great way, so when you create the book, to find the keywords that can help you rank on the first page of Amazon, because I could just click on all of these and see what comes up. And as you can see, there it all is. Great number of searches. This one's kind of competitive, but hey, look at this one. Mom, I want to hear your story paperback. Now, this might be something that you can insert into the back end keywords, or if you're running ads, you could actually run ads directly for this keyword. Almost 6,000 searches with a low competition. Look at the sales right there. And as you can see, there's 10 pages of this. So this is a great way to find these niches, is by using this Publisher Rocket. I think this reverse ASIN lookup is a complete game changer. And if you haven't been using this, you really need to try this, because it can change the game for you, and it can help you make more sales with your new books as well as existing books. The next niche we have is the woodworking logbook. So right away, we see 201 results for this niche. So that's well below that 1,000 or so that I'm looking for. You're actually going to have a way better chance at getting your book seen, ranked and sold here than you will on the other niches that I showed today. It does have a little bit of a higher average BSR in the 1 million range, but the books are still selling. I'm going to show you some books here that are actually doing quite well. Average reviews 65 and the average price close to $10. And as we can see, there are already a couple KDP books here in this niche. And that niche score 54, just above the 50 that I'm looking for. So this one right here, woodworking project book, tracker and record book, ranking in at 208,000. We can see right here, independently published. So that is a good selling book in this niche, selling about maybe 1 or 2 sales per day. This one right here is in the 600,000 range, but it's still selling a few times a month. This one is 182,000 and this one is 198,000. So there's already a couple books here selling pretty well below that 300,000 that I'm looking for. And that's a really good sign. This one right here, 177,000. And so even though the BSR on average is 1.3 million, we can see there's already a handful of books here that are selling well below that 300,000 BSR. So there's a great chance here, great potential for you to be able to make your first sales and easily get ranked on the first page of Amazon. This is a very, very easy way to make a cover. It's great for logbooks where you basically put your interior on the cover and just put a title on it. This is very effective. This is a strategy that actually works. And here is the full interior. As you can see, it's a little bit cut off, but we can see basically everything. Here's the project, the date. We have a grid here. We have a ruler right here, and then some more boxes for material components, equipment, note, and details. And as you can see, the previous page is exactly the same. So you basically do one page of work and then your book is done. You slap that onto the cover and you call it good. Now, the last niche we have for today is the joke book for seniors. So right away, total results, 923, below the 1,000 or so that I'm looking for, and only 6 independently published books here. Average BSR, 253,217. So you know these books are selling well. Average review 681, average price $8.94 with that niche score of 66, above the 50 that I always look for. And if we scroll down here, we see this book is 49,000, although it is not independently published, so that's not something that I necessarily look at. We have this one, which actually looks like it was created by AI. The cover looks very AI-ish. Independently published with the bestsellers rank of 88,000, a 4.5 rating. So this book is doing very, very well. With the help of AI, you can make a lot of these books, especially this one, this Jokes for Seniors. You can generate straight from the help of AI. This one, Grandpa Jokes, 700 plus hilarious jokes for seniors, ranked at 167,000, priced at $14.90. So the reason why that's priced so high is because it is 208 pages. So the higher the page count, the higher the printing cost. So to make up for it, the publisher will be increasing the price of the book. This one's up to $14.90, although I believe this one might still making some pretty good profit margins. This one right here, Joke Book for Seniors, ranking in at 229,000. So as we see, that's already a handful of books doing very, very well. This one right here, nothing too special, a very, very stretched out cover right here with a misaligned title. Well, it's still selling 551,000, although it has very bad reviews. This one is at 698,000, selling a few books a month. This one right here, 1.6 million, selling a few books a month. If we take a look at this book, we can tell that most likely this was generated by AI. I mean, the guy is missing a finger right here, which is a telltale sign that you're using AI. However, it still works. Clean Jokes for Senior, large print, over 100 jokes. And here it starts. So first joke, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner. And if you're going to use AI, just make sure that you don't use duplicate jokes because your customers will find that and they will put it in the reviews. And with this book, it's making about $5 per day, which is $155 per month from a book that was entirely written by AI, or at least it seems to be the case. Now, one of the main questions that I get is, do I have to run ads or marketing or etc. to get my books sold? And the answer to that is you actually don't. You can basically put up good books on Amazon KDP and then just wait for them to sell organically. And once they do, they'll get ranked and they're going to start just making sales. But if you want to supercharge or just basically start making sales right away, you can run ads to your book. And so if you want to learn how to run simple ads that's not going to break the bank, go ahead and click somewhere around this video. I'm going to leave up a marker for a video that I made exactly on this topic. Also, don't forget to check out my Gumroad shop. The link is down below for keywords, interiors, and more KDP resources. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.